What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Luna Classic had a pretty big sell-off today, but the dip is being bought back up. We're going to talk about everything coming down with Luna Classic and some more exciting news that we've got, and the new and improved huddle for the Penguins. Pretty exciting stuff. If that's something you like the sound of, make sure you subscribe to the channel, where we talk about Luna Classic every single day, as well as everything else going on in the crypto market. We live stream every night, 9 PM GMT, so get yourselves along, turn that notification bell on so you know when we got live. Let's jump into this. So like I said, we saw a pretty heavy dip a bit earlier on, 8 o'clock GMT time on the 20th of July. Now, it did drop down as far as the 9.6 range, but was significantly bought quite quickly up. I was live streaming, we saw this actually happen. We're back up to 10.0260, just down 3.39%. We've seen a bit of an aggressive sell-off, obviously with the Q2 results from Tesla coming out, and over 75% of that Bitcoin portfolio being sold. We can see the RSI did go over the oversold part, which we then saw people buying this back up, but there's lots more to come, I think, for Luna Classic. We're going to talk a little bit about it in this video. You see the volume at 430 billion is where we're sort of settling down, which is about double where we were a couple of weeks ago. So that for me is a good signal in terms of people trading Luna Classic. Now, I wanted to give you a couple of updates and equally a new and exciting project coming onto the Luna blockchain. So, you know, a lot of people are asking around the taxes, a lot of people are asking around 3568, 4095, what's happening. So we've got a bit of a summary here. So we don't need the top 22 validators, approximately 66% of the voting power, to implement these two. And then it talks about that we can implement it on the coding and the amount of power that sits between the two validators. Now we know that staking rewards have just been increased. Do Binance own 2 trillion coins? Explain 10 times before. Binance wallet is just the sum of all the users Luna C. Binance, the biggest CX in the world. It stands for a reason that they would have the biggest Luna C wallet. We'll take a look at that in just a minute. What happens if 1.2% turns out too high? Again, we've talked about this as well, but it says here the code is designed in a way that the percent can be changed via proposal. And that was always the important bit, was the ability to change the tax code or remove entirely. Talks about view validators, which we are seeing on there, and then equally on 3568 and 4095. Talks just around hoping for late Q3, Q4 to have that on the main chains. That's not that far away when you think about it. And then equally, approximately 40% indicated that they will take the new update. If they will actually take it remains to be seen. These are talking about the new validators to enable and update the blockchain. So we've got some pretty interesting news on there. Equally, we've got to get the validators to maintain that blockchain as well as that 1.2% burn tax. Now, big news, Pulsar Finance. And the reason I'm bringing this to you guys, we've seen some new NFT projects gone there. We've seen a couple of new dApps launch on the Terra Classic. And a lot of people, I see some videos on YouTube and I see people talking in live streams saying that Luna Classic is done. There's nothing else for Luna Classic, but people are still onboarding onto Luna Classic. There is still a solid blockchain with a self-driven community that sits behind it. Does this mean that it will be back at $1 next week? No, it doesn't. But does it mean that there is building potential on the blockchain? Absolutely. You got to think, why would a project list on this blockchain if they didn't think there was usability with it? Particularly when you're looking at, you know, finance protocols or NFT projects. Equally, big news. This is the big bit. Do Kwon did come out and give his opinion on this, and it says here, someone DM me asking, given UST value is so low, whether a repeg is possible. I guess it isn't impossible for someone to walk the book back up, but the issue in holding peg after his has been restored. So this is talking about USTC, but equally, I think we can take some solace in the fact that his opinion around USTC, if that's going to get back to $1, that Luna C would still have that same chance. Now, Do Kwon, in my opinion, needs to go and do Luna 2 and stay well clear of Luna Classic, because I think there's much more potential with Luna Classic than there is with the Terra 2.0 blockchain. And I think most of the people in the community would probably agree with me. Now, the best thing we've seen, and shout out to HappyCatty Crypto and all those people that have put this together. This is a brilliant website that takes us through a lot of the information that we need in terms of Luna Classic. So if we take a look at basically what's going on, we can see top burners, top holders. So you can click into this and we can see people that are sending Luna Classic to the burn wallet. You can see here, Mexi centralized exchange with a huge amount of Luna C burn, and then the Luna C DAO, and then into all of the other projects. So you can see Amazing Crypto, Metagloria, NFT, and this is going to be really exciting to see as this increases, as we start to see more and more people burn. Equally, we can start to look at the Binance hot wallet, which is always interesting to see. You know, we can see it is accumulating again. What does that mean? People are buying Luna Classic. There is more and more going over to Binance. And likewise, you can see over the cross of Binance multi-wallets, Qcoin hot wallet, And then the total supply, which I think is always worth checking, and it is coming down. It is a long way from being where it needs to be, but it is always going in the right direction. I know there's a lot of concern or a lot of confusion about whether the actual supply was reducing. We see the total supply there. So we've a significant amount to go. 6.9 trillion is a lot of tokens to get rid of. And then finally, you can see the community pool as that increases. We know this is the 35% tax that will be burnt and the 50% on the transactions. So pretty exciting stuff. But yeah, I'll leave a link to this page down in the description so you can go and check it all out. But yeah, some big news coming for Lunacy. I don't think it's dead. I know people say it is, but I think there's a lot more coming. So if you think Lunacy is still going to be a big player, make sure you smash the like button and also consider subscribing to the channel for your daily content of Luna Classic. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you in the next video.